Welcome to Too Stupid for Web3, where we try to make sure you don't end up like me, too stupid to win. So once again, I got the one and only Lightning Leg with me. Thank you so much for joining me, sir. Always enjoy your company on Thursday nights.
Thank you so much. Happy to be here.
Yeah, kind of a boring week in Upland this week. Um, nothing super crazy happened. So no racing going on. Sparklet Wars was there was a pause in Sparklet Wars once again. We have it's just a weird in between seasons. This
Yeah, no Sparklet Wars, no Sparklet Wars. So it's like, yeah, what are we doing? Well, what are we doing? Well, Lightning Leg started his daily streams again, so at
oh
4:30.
nice.
So we're doing the daily. We're trying to onboard new Web3 players, people who are new. We're every day at 4:30, Monday to Friday. So yeah, for an hour. So yeah, we're gonna put out the effort and really try to onboard new players into Web3 gaming. So that's kind of where I'm going, and it's going to be a 90-day plan at this point. So February 13th and February 15th, we're going to do an assessment, and then at March 13th, we're going to do another assessment, and then see if we continue.
No, I like that you have it planned out where you're going to evaluate and go from there.
Yep. Yeah, all planned out. So we'll see how it goes. So you know me, I always love doing these tests. I did a 60-day,
Yeah.
no weekends this time. So I did the 60-day straight stream, and that was brutal, but it was good. Good
Yeah,
test.
that's dedication right there. 60 straight days. That's hard to do.
Yeah. Well, it's the Upland community helped out a lot, right? So,
Yeah.
but it started out just like as a stream for treasure hunting, and then it just expanded as the demand, people had demand. So it was kind of cool. Community led streams, pretty much.
No, that's always great. Um yeah, I was surprised last Friday the 14th, or was it? Yeah, last Friday the 14th, Upland came out soon after they open up their Pacific time, right around, almost 1 o'clock Eastern time, and they said that Sparklet Wars is still in development and they're extending the pause for another season. So this is 2 seasons in a row that it was paused. Um, they said the reasoning behind it was all the new systems rolling out across Upland, and they wanted to make sure that the Wars returns in a way that fits naturally where the game is headed. So it's kind of interesting that I don't know. I'm the skeptic on this one. I just think that they don't know where they're going with it yet, and they're still trying to figure it out because they announced, yeah, about a week ahead of time that there was no wars again. So that they've had a month. So I guess I'm not as skeptical. If you're trying to rework it and you realize something was broken, you're trying to get some stuff going. So as I talk myself through it, I'm not as skeptical as I was that they don't know where they're driving it. But it's just interesting that they brought the Sparklet Wars around and placed it in between the seasons to give something to do in the 15, 16 days between seasons. Um, so yeah, just interesting.
Yeah, I'm wondering what changes they're going to make. It seems like they're going to be making a couple changes to Sparklet Wars, anyway. So, um, yeah, interesting to see.
And see what they're doing with the uppies. Do they tie the uppies into it? Do they residents into it? How they can do a lot of things. And I'm not going to speculate. I know people love speculation, and that gets all the views, but I'm not going to speculate and get my hopes up or other people's hopes up.
Yeah. Sometimes when you expect too much, you get disappointed.
That is a
and
fact.
and I think Upland has learned that they're trying to give you as much information just to not get your hopes up too high, where they can be put down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. So we'll see. We'll see how the Sparklet Wars, and then that's the interest. The other thing, now you kick off the new year. Well, actually, you're into the new year, so it will be middle of January when the next season ends. So, um, yeah, that gives them enough time to get through the holiday, figure something out, see how the residents and all that's and life starting to develop. And that was the interesting thing too, is so we have the greenhouses, you can build the greenhouses. That's the first phase of life. How long, I know I just said we hate speculating, but how long do you think it's going to be before we see the second phase of life roll out into the game? Is it going to be here in the next month, or are we still 6 weeks, 6 months away, 3 months away?
My guess, I was gonna say 9 months.
9 months. Okay.
Yeah, that's my guess. Because we haven't even hit the first phase.
Yeah, the greenhouses. That's the first phase.
Oh,
Greenhouses.
yeah. I still say 9 months.
Okay. I can't dispute it.
Well,
I
yeah,
can't disagree either. And that's nothing. Um, that's nothing against Upland, but it's also the track record of Upland. And look at how long we had between the first and second season of my totems.
mm,
And everybody thought from the time that life was announced, they rolled out the totems. Everybody thought it was going to be quick, and we're pushing year 3 since the announcement of life into yeah, year 3. Yeah, we're
actually getting
pushing into year
life.
3.
Yeah,
Yeah, actually getting life. So yeah, I can't dispute phase 2 in 9 months. Now, everybody will be happy if it's less than that. I would be pleasantly surprised if it came out in quarter one, sometime in quarter one of 2026. I'd be surprised.
yeah, me too.
And I will come on and sing how great they are if they deliver before quarter one. So, I mean, it's their game. We're just players in it.
Yep. Position yourself how you want to.
Yeah. Yes. All right. Let's see here. They had they also announced last Friday, Buenos Aires was the next city to evolve, and they had the 15,000 UpX package, and they had the $20 UpX package, or I mean the $20 package. Once again, the same service structures, and um, so they had that going on, and it's locked into the South America region. So I did not participate. Um, did you participate in the
No,
Buenos Aires Deluxe bundle?
no, I do like how they're controlling supply and demand slowly with these neighborhood releases though. So
Yeah. Yep. I do like that. And nothing too crazy. And it seems to be being bought up at a decent rate when it's put out there. Um, they're not always all bought up. It didn't look like I didn't check it to the minute to the T, but still, it's healthy.
yep, for sure.
It's healthy.
Well, as long as Upland's still going, they can get those USD sales and the lights are still on. Thank heavens.
Yes. Now, have you figured out the pattern to their releases so far?
With their new releases, the expansions,
Mm-hmm.
I think is it like almost one a week or one every 2 weeks?
Yeah, we're getting there to one a week right now. Um, yeah. So we had Vegas, we had
Mhm.
Miami, and then we had Buenos Aires. Um, I didn't. that was one of the things that I had on my to-do list that I didn't accomplish this week, was to look of, to see if they were following a order of, um, the releases. Are they kind of following that way, or not? So I would imagine the next one would probably be, I would think it would be a European city, probably one of the older cities like Berlin or London, I hope.
Well, Berlin needs like that. That hasn't been expansion at all.
Yeah.
So
And that
that would
was
make sense.
released 1, 2, 3 years ago at Genesis Week.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. So that would be my guess of what they'll announce on Friday. What do you think?
I think I always say Berlin because it's never been touched. So, but then
Yeah.
they always surprise me. But I'll say Berlin this time too, because it's got to be at some point. I got to be right. I got to be
Right.
right at some point. I think.
Yeah. I mean, Porto, I think Porto came out before
It's done.
Berlin. Yeah.
Yeah, Porto's done.
Yeah.
Remember they had the Porto. It was
Oh, yep.
they had the first expansion, or they had the first set, and they said it was done, and then a second one came out. I remember that one. So people were building all their treasure hunting maps, and
Yep.
then yeah, oof. That was one of the flops.
Yeah. I mean, looking at it, Upland's got a lot on their plate that they got to roll out here. They introduced the troves last week. So you got that upcoming. They got Sparklet Wars still under development. You have Life, the phases of Life coming out. And then they did I know we talked about it last week, where they did another thing of buses, but sooner or later I would think they'd start putting those bus stops to use, or just helps your resident score. Not really sure. Maybe it's wishful thinking I'm putting it to use, but
yeah. Eventually, those bus stops will get used. They will. They will.
Yeah. And then we have Bermuda. Oh geez. My daughter's texting out Christmas gift ideas. She's texted a big old group chat. She's like, "Hello, fellow family members. I have found a new exciting Christmas gift that." Oh wait, what does she want? Oh, she wants concert tickets. Ah, gotta love kids and technology. We'll
That's
see what
awesome.
happens there.
WWE tickets.
No, to go see a artist that she likes. So,
Oh, cool.
but she only asked for 2 tickets, so I'm intrigued. I'm intrigued. Who she's taking, or who has to suffer through it. I'm surprised she didn't ask for more for a friend and a parent, but we'll see. We will see. And then they had Service Structures 19. 19. We're almost into 5 straight months of service structure releases. Getting pretty close.
I like them. I like the ones today, or the ones was yesterday. There we go.
Yeah,
that was good. There's the pet one, the
fish deli, the dry clean, and the dry cleaner.
Yeah. So far, I stopped buying the little shack things, the food stand stuff. So
yeah. So you mean the kiosks? They
Yeah,
haven't had the
yeah.
kiosks in a couple weeks. But I, I I haven't been buying these lately. Just it's my own personal protest, and I'll regret it later. So I'm being petty, and I get that. But you know, I, it'd be nice to have some of these offered in UpX. Have have your standard ones, and then have some premium ones, and you're still going to have your US dollars. But I'm not going to beat this dead horse. But I am tempted this time around to buy at least the fish deli and the pet shop and put them on the same properties right next to each other. So it really questions where they get their fish from.
Yeah, that'd be flipping hilarious. I'm excited to see like where this could be in the next couple of years too. Like all this, yeah, bidding out is going to take a long time, but the development, especially in the Web3 gaming space, as Web3 progresses and more of the like not triple A, but more of the higher end games start coming out.
Yeah.
The lower end, at least Upland still has an economy, and that's I think what Upland is the difference between a lot of other Web3 projects is the economy isn't built in the other Web3 projects where Upland has it. So like even if this Web3 catches up to the AAA style games, we still have the community backing. So
Yeah. Oh, Swarley, I have a lot of wishes. I have a lot of wishes. And this, you know, other than, they need these in UpX too. They need them both. I don't know. That's why I don't, that's why it's not, that's why I'm not a game designer or on the game. But
well, it's like should there almost be two options for every purchase that you do? I,
absolutely.
there should be a. What do you think the two USD ratio to UpX should be?
Well, it's not even, okay. I wouldn't say each item shouldn't be either or. Just like and that's where Upland has the advantage. Back it up. We've said for years, Upland has the advantage that it's mobile. You can play it on your phone, you can play it on your tablet, you can play it on your PC, your lab, whatever. You have the ability, which a lot of Web3 games don't have that ability. Um, yeah, you're right. They used to be free. You just had to register. Um, I missed that one, went over my head. Sorry, long week. Thanks, Warley. And a bummer that I couldn't make it out to San Francisco to finally meet you in person. But one day, my friend. Um, but that's their advantage. They're mobile. And
Mhm.
if you want to attract the mobile gamers are used to being able to buy things with in-game currency and buy things, for the premium with the US dollar. So you have to have I think it would be better off if they have both options, and you can say, okay, we're going to release, you know, 4 service structures or 6 service structures. 3 of them are in UpX and 3 of them are for US dollars. So the people that are your freemium players that will tell other people to play the game, that they like being able to be part of this community to build and spend their UpX to get it, make it. And the mobile games, they make the cheaper every once in a while. They'll throw something super cool in for the in-game currency, but usually they keep the super cool items, for US dollar purchases. So that's what I'd like to see. And I think they'd see an increase of people playing. And I think that would also see an increase of people trying to develop stuff.
Yeah, totally. Definitely have to have those two options. The flexibility is what allows the user flexibility.
Hmm.
Ah,
Absolutely. And, even I saw, I check the Sparklet price probably once a week, and it's hovering at 2.6 cents. Um, So it's down, it peaked at 3, but it came back down. But I have been watching the price on at least over on Upex land, the price for Sparklet staking hub, and it's getting more and more expensive to get people to stake their Sparklet for you. It was sitting there around 3, 4, and people are sitting at 6 with it, still at 6.2, and it's still like Sparklet left to stake. So it's
Oh,
yeah, it's getting a lot of nurseries being built.
Hmm.
Yeah, a lot of nurseries being built, and yeah, just
the new
prices
the new
prices
thing.
going up.
Oh,
Which which last week someone said that the increase in Sparklet was due to the increase in the overall price of Sparklet on the exchange, but I think it's more people are trying to build stuff, and there's just not that, and these service structures are taking, it's not as quick as a turnaround as the houses and the apartments are, so people's Sparklets tied up longer, so the supply to rent out is not as available.
that makes sense. So, yeah.
And my son was just before the show, I was checking the price of Sparklet, and he was asking me, he's like, "Has it ever been $1?" I'm like, "Well," I said, "Sparklet, no." And he goes, "Well, what do you mean?" I go, "We're not getting into that." He goes, "But can it go to $1?" I go, "Well, absolutely, it can do anything it wants." And then he said, "Well, what would make it go to $1?" So I had to explain. He goes, "So it's kind of like a stock." I'm like, I'm like, "Well." I go, I guess if that's the way that you relate it, I go, but it's a currency. Then we start like for being as young as he is, he's just very, very inquisitive, and I encourage it. Um, yeah,
It's the same concept as it's that's a good question. That was good.
yeah. So it was a fun conversation, and then he was just trying to figure out what it would take to get it there. I'm like, oh, a lot, buddy. It would take a lot to get it there.
Yeah. Supply and demand.
Yeah. Where is? But she's oh now 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 everyone's replying about her concert ticket request. Um, but what she doesn't know is some of her aunts are really horrible at picking out seats at a concert. So, but I'm a snob. They're good sitting in the nosebleed, but I got to go sit down by the sound guy, or somewhere where it sounds good. I can't do that. So she'll find out. She'll find out how how her aunties pick out tickets. So good luck.
Yeah. Well, Swarley said, yeah, wouldn't take that much to grow, but it's not happening as far as I can tell. Well, yeah. This it's hard for all these Web3 projects to grow because it's just there's not many gamers in there yet. So we're steadily growing the community for Web3 gaming. It's come far in the last 5 years, especially in 2022, as it crashed after. But it was tremendous growth at that time. But it's steadily growing. But there's like we talked about. There's 200 games now that are actually substantial out of 2,500. So
Yeah. And if we went back to it, Upland should be able to grow. One, they're mobile. Two, if they just start offering offering things for UpX and having things for US dollars, and the seasons are a great start. It's just there's things that they can do to continue to grow the game. Um, just when you I check out Uplytics, um, pretty frequently, just to watch, because he keeps a 7-day trend of unique daily users. And we've been floating anywhere from just over 10,000 to just over 9,000 unique daily users for since Upland went live. There's no growth, and there's you know no you're not seeing advertising right now in any shape or form. So how are you getting people to come play the game?
I don't know. Well, they seem to be making decent money, I guess, off people putting USD in now with all the sales, but I don't know. Have you checked the 4,500 thing on Athletics? Is that what you're talking about? 4,500 Upex that gets out free,
No,
and
I
then
was just talking about the unique daily users of how
yeah,
many people are playing.
the in 1 year the Web3 gaming has gone up 400% in terms
Oh,
of
okay.
yeah, in terms of daily active users at least wallets. So it's gone up 400% in the last year, which is good. As far as Upland wallets, that information isn't said to us. So, but and DAP Radar has that information. It's been up 400%. So the Web3 gaming space is going up, and it's just a matter of time before it starts. Like it's going to be probably within the next 10 years. It'll be normal within a lot of the AAA games. It'll be normal. They'll just have assets like exactly like Upland does it now. It'll be assets that you can buy and sell, and the blockchain, you won't even see it. People won't even think it's a game or think it's a blockchain game. It'll just be part of it. Just like when I signed up, I knew it was a metaverse, and then I started purchasing, and I didn't even understand fully the blockchain aspect. So that concept that Upland is doing is going to be mainstream probably in the next 10 years. So
But they have an advantage right now. They have an
yeah.
advantage to corner the market if they were just doing a little more. Because once these AAA's companies start coming in and producing those quality games, it's going to be hard to compete as an upstart. You're always going to have your thing that will, you know, catch on. Your Flappy Bird or something. But yeah, once you start competing with the AAA's, it's a opportunity right now that they should really capitalize on, in my opinion.
Yeah, they should capitalize on it because what did we really get into Upland for? For me, it was Upland. It was virtual land that you could, you know, buy and sell and property flipping, or not property flipping, but
Yeah, property flipping. Yeah,
yeah, I guess so. So that's why you came into here, and there was a ecosystem. There was supply and demand. There was, uh, you know, and and that's what attracted me to this game, and that's the kind of people that are attracted to Web3 gaming right now.
yeah,
Those kind of people. So, in order to compete with the AAA's, like you're you at least they should have a strong economy, and that's what has to be grown, especially if they're going to keep at least the investment gamers. I call them investment gamers.
yeah.
So, and that's just kind of my opinion, just on the next couple of years, because the projection is to grow to from it's 5 million now, in 5 years the lowest projection has been 80 million from 5 million, and
Nice.
then that's been up to 150 million at the height. So why do they come to how many come to Upland? That's going to be up to how we go in the next 5 years.
Yeah. And they have gotten away from, the creators market too. It just seems like things are I know they say they're working through it, but it seems like it's just taking forever to get assets and things like that approved through the store, you know. And they got to figure that bottleneck out because that's a great part of the economy.
Yeah, yeah, there's a lot of things they do got to figure out. The biggest part is just marketing and advertising getting out there. I haven't seen an Upland ad in ages.
Yeah.
I used to see him. I used to see him quite often. Now I don't see him at all. Maybe, and this is where, like, I think we're doing a good job. We got so many people broadcasting and whatnot. We got so many an amazing community. So I still haven't met a community as amazing as Upland in Web3. So
Yeah, that's
I'm
true.
looking. So
That is very true.
I was just actually looking at it today, and I was like, I had to really find Upland last time. I googled metaverse, virtual land metaverse, and
Yeah.
I actually came up like number 10 or 11.
What?
Yeah,
Wow.
I was surprised. I always like to do those checks here and there. How
Yeah.
easy is it to find and whatnot. So
And it seems like a lot of people are getting away from the metaverse and all that too. So they might have changed their SEO, or I'm not really sure. Um, yeah, not really sure.
but when we look at metaverse, Upland, the Upland metaverse, they call it Upland metaverse, right? And the metaverse implies usually an economy where you can buy and sell items. So um, yeah, I don't. You can call yourself just a game, but you're not just a game. You actually have to have an economy. So
You good there? JT, I got into it for the chicks.
yeah, you got to have that thriving economy.
Nice. Hello, Willie. Not financial advice. I don't know anything about crypto. I've been doing short and long calls to pay for my booze. Ah, love you guys. Oh,
Yeah, yeah. So those are some great projections for Web3 gaming and wallets in the space. I think so.
yeah.
I'm pretty I'm pretty much set on Web3 gaming, expanding quite a bit in the next 5 years. But in human years, 5 years is actually if it's long.
It is. It is.
so so 5 years, a lot can happen in 5 years. So hopefully those projections are good. Man, it would be nice to see that hit the 150 mil mark.
Yeah. Yeah. Have you been keeping up with the Upland census? How often do you check that?
Oh, I don't check it that much, to be honest
Okay.
with you. But yeah, I just kind of look on it periodically just to see where I want to build. So if I got Sparklet to put down, then I'll check it.
Yeah. I wish they'd show, I hope I know this is the initial data grab, but I hope they showed changes over, over the past week, you know, um, like over the past week, over the past month. Um, well, there it is. They do that. Sorry, I just never saw that little clicker there up in the left. That they could have made it a little more obvious. That showed day change, week change, and month change. So,
Okay, so, sounds good. I gotta head out.
yep.
I gotta go pick up my son.
Oh
So
yeah.
yeah, thanks
Nope.
guys for everything.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Appreciate it.
had an amazing conversation today, and yeah,
Yeah.
hopefully we'll continue it.
Thanks so much. Drive safe. Get your son. Most important.
Sounds
Thanks so
good.
much, Lightning. And definitely check out his streams. Is that started now, or are you
Oh
starting?
yeah, I started on
Okay.
Monday, so
All
every
right.
day, Monday to Friday, 4:30 p.m. PT time.
Yes. All right. Take care. Thanks, Lightning.
You too. Thank you.
Whoa, what happened there, City? I missed something, huh? Ah, you can never drink too much on the show. It's okay. trust somebody with experience. It's done gone from normal to like, what are you still doing on the air in a I mean, mind you, it was 7, 8 hour show, but hey, yeah. Oh, absolutely. Definitely want another copy of that. Um, Now speaking of City, he is carrying on the he is carrying on the I can't say a tradition, but he has set up the next, or I can't call it the next, but another Upland meetup is announced, and he's given us plenty of time, which I love. And it is after Mardi Gras, so it's not going to be super insane. But the Upland South NOLA meetup 2026, March 6th through 8th. Friday night, that's the early bird pre party. Saturday, the main event, and Sunday, recovery and recap day. I got to do a little more searching. I can't get a direct flight from Cleveland, so I'll check some other places that are around because that's ridiculous. I I should be able to get from Cleveland to New Orleans pretty easily. But City and Cohen 98 are going to be hosting it. Should definitely be a fun time. You know, Wolf Warner already said he'll be there. Mesme already bought her tickets and booked everything. So yeah, that will be definitely a good time, and plenty of time planned for that, which gives everybody the ability to get good travel plans. And I looked, and we have nothing going on at that time right now, so I'm trying to book it in the calendar. I'll talk about that this weekend. So yeah, excited for that one. We'll see where that all lands. Fly out on a Friday, come back on a Sunday, and maybe take a day off of work to recover. Especially, I'm getting too old for Bourbon Street. That is a long day on Bourbon Street. No, and I know they're going. It's just not Bourbon Street. They got a bunch of stuff planned for it. So excited to see that happening. Yes, sir. So what is the over and under of meetups next year? How many Upland meetups will there be next year? Very intrigued. Very intrigued. But yeah. All right. Yeah, I'm pretty much out of material. Nice short show today. Thanks to Lightning Leg showing and helping out. Everybody, thank you so much for coming. And you are right. Wolf, 24 hours and NOLA could suffice for sure. Yep. Yeah. But yeah, thanks everybody for always hanging out. Really appreciate it. I will not be broadcasting next Thursday because it is Thanksgiving. So I will be taking the week off, and everybody will be busy with their families or watching football or something else. So everybody that's in the States, enjoy your holiday, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Everybody be safe, have fun.